mask. And Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Kings coming to town for this one. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And back in Utah following the road trip, it's the Jazz on home turf. Guys, what a terrific start to the season. They've really been getting it done early.
Kevin, this is really a great team. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at this very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of this squad. Good character, tremendous talent, well coached. I mean, they very well could continue to play good basketball.
Yeah, there's no reason to think they won't, Clark, because I think you summed it up very well. I mean, from top to bottom, it's a terrific squad. As long as they stay healthy, I don't expect them to run into a whole lot of speed bumps.
Now Sacramento starting five. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Collison is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Gay in at the small forward position. Here's Sacramento, 8-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And stolen by James. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Burks. 5 on the clock. Releases. And Utah again with the bucket.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start.
Basketball left. Let's hear you get loud. Into the lineup for the Kings. Ryan Hollins. Reggie Evans, Omri Caspi, Andre Miller.
Here is Miller. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Tipped away and stolen by James. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, James has got 14. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast breakthroughs, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
On defense, Utah. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball in that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Some changes for Sacramento. Thompson comes in for Reggie Evans. And it's Collison in for Ben McLemore. And here's Utah. Good momentum, 14 straight points. James has a two-pointer. It's good from the top of the key. James has got 16 points.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
From the arc. And good on the basket. Hook it.
Another turnover leading to a bucket.
Yeah, they've made the most of all these chances they've gotten from turnovers. I mean, it's really fueling their offense right now.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. DeMarcus Cousins, the only player who's really distinguished himself as a significant building block.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. That's good. James has got 22. And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette, and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk, and in 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, not the difference makers you'd hope for it to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by James. Ahead. And they double up James. Up top, Burks. Shot, high post. Good, and the assist goes to James.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Utah has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Puts it up from 17. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. James has got 26 points.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And stolen by James. From deep. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome.
Here's Booker, covered by Miller, and Booker kicks to James. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. James has got 29.
The defense has done very little to slow him down so far.
Miller against James. Miller dishes to Thompson. Back to Miller. Can they get it? Rebounded by the Jazz.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Both teams deciding to change it up. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Poked away and stolen by James. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Boy, a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
James, he's in at center. Filling out the wings, it's Exum and Hayward. Burke is out there with LeBron James. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And an intentional foul right there.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Carl Landry's checked in for Sacramento. McLemore has come in for Stauskas. The drive by James and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Ben McLemore.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for James. 34 points and a ridiculous number of steals. Really dominating this game, just taking it over.
Just making it look effortless as well.
So he gets them both. And here's Stockton.
Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home.
Oh, man, what a play.
Oh, man, they are just putting a hammer down right now.
defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And he gets it to go. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just an astonishing number of turnovers, guys, and look how many points have come off those mistakes.
Well, it basically renders you unable to play transition defense when you fumble it away like that. But I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
Well, that's the best way to score in bunches. Just run and drop a bucket in before the team can set up its defense. Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Sacramento making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Landry. Stauskas comes in for McLemore. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Stockton. Shot clock at 6. Stauskas, the pass to McCallum. Shot is no good.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other what a throw down there. Man.
Tyrell!
Oh, man, it seemed like once he got up in the air, he just decided to stay up there for a while.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in, and there's an intentional foul, but I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, tough to explain that one. Well, it looks like he just lost his focus.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Jazz out in front, rolling through the final minutes of the quarter on a huge 15-0 run.
Substitution on the court.
To see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair. So here's Collison. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. McLemore is out there with Collison, and it's Gay in at the 3 spot. No good from Cousins.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and he rewarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
And Utah making a change here. James is checked in. So the wing on the left. So here's Burks. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot. And he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and other results, they were pretty good.
For Sacramento, Hollins is checked in, and Miller's subbed in for Darren Collison. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Skinny in their last game against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and he was a thief out there as well, adding a hefty amount of steals to his totals. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified for it.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
James checked in. And so it's Utah.